Hey, sister, cousin, friend. It is Toya, and I am making butter chicken for the girls. For the girls. Listen, I'm not a really good cook. I don't pride myself on that's not. It's not my ministry. It's not my ministry, friend. It is not. But can I go in the kitchen and make something that is like edible? Yeah. Is it gonna be enjoyable? Enjoyable? Is it gonna be enjoyable? That is that's the question. That's the question, friend. Now, come along with me as I make this butter chicken for these kids, and we'll see at the end what the results gonna be. That first stuff I used, I bought when I went to the Korean market. I went into the international section, and that is like minced onion and no minced garlic and ginger. It's I know you might think it. I don't know what you think about it, but it's so good. It is so good. It's just like ground garlic and ginger together. It smells good. It tastes good on chicken. And then I'm seasoning the chicken. I washed it and I'm just seasoning it with the usual suspects: onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of bouillon, a little bit of Lawry's. I'm also using turmeric and cumin because I know that is used in certain types of cooking. I didn't want to overuse it because I don't know how to use it. And I didn't want to experiment with any other seasonings because I honestly don't know how to use it and I don't want to disrespect anybody's culture. So, yeah, I'm just going in with the stuff that I know how to use. And I didn't use very much of it in the recipe. I didn't use very much seasoning on the chicken because I didn't know exactly how the butter chicken sauce would taste. But I know better than to not season my chicken. Okay. So I just seasoned it with the usual suspects and then I let it sit for a little bit. Stirred it up, make sure there was seasoning on every piece of chicken. And then I think I let it sit there and marinate for about an hour or so before I started cooking. Just to make sure that the chicken would taste like something while it was cooking in a butter chicken sauce. I don't know. I don't know how to cook. I just be doing stuff and I hope it tastes good and it felt like the right thing to do. So, yeah. But after the chicken was done marinating, I heat up some olive oil, about a tablespoon of olive oil and about a tablespoon of butter, maybe a little bit more. I think I should not have used as much butter as I did, but I've never made this before. I think my little learning curve. So next time I won't use as much butter. I use a tablespoon of oil and maybe a tablespoon of butter. And when that got hot enough, I went ahead and laid my chicken down in there. Now, for me, what I am learning slowly but surely is that when I cook something on a higher heat, I have to stand there because I don't have that auntie gauge yet of like, okay, it only needs 3 minutes on this side or 3 minutes on. I don't know yet. I can only gauge it by like standing there and actually watching it cook. And I think that's appropriate when you don't know how to cook, especially me not really knowing how to cook. So I stood there with it while it was, in its time of need to make sure I ain't burn these girls' chicken before I even got it in the sauce. So once I felt like it was brown enough on one side, I went ahead and flipped it. Because I had it on kind of a high heat. And I usually don't cook like that because I will burn something up. You hear me? I burn the house down. I burn it up and burn the house down. So I don't cook on high heat because I just don't know how to do it. But this, I felt like I needed to get a good color on the chicken. So I cooked it kind of high and I stayed and made sure I watched it until it was golden, brown enough. Yes, I know she's not supposed to be around the stove, but she's 4 and she wanted to eat our chicken. And as much as I tell her no, she come back anyway. So enter butter chicken sauce. I've never made this before. This is very much out of my comfort zone. Even though it's just a sauce, I don't do stuff like this. So this is new for me. Not that I don't eat Indian food. I don't know how to cook it. But no harm in trying, right? I don't ever want to be like disrespectful to another person's cuisine. So this is just me trying and experimenting because my girls enjoy Indian food, and I've been trying to go out less. Like I still take them out and we go out and dilly dally, but gotta learn how to cook at home. Sometimes we just need to be able to enjoy something fun, something different, that's made by our hands, right? Made in our kitchen. So I'm just going back in with all of the seasonings that I used and just going back in lightly. To me, the butter chicken sauce was a little sweet. I don't prefer it like sweet like that. I know people add brown sugar and stuff like that. I don't prefer it that sweet. I prefer it a little more neutral or maybe savory. That's just what I prefer. So I did go back in with a little more seasoning and a bay leaf. And that wound up being really, really good. I think I added some white onion in there too while the chicken was cooking by itself. I gave everything a good stir, good mix, got all that seasoning in there together, and now I'm going to let it simmer for a while. I'm going to let it simmer for a while. I told the teenager to come look at it. And when I finally let it like simmer for a little while, and I opened it up again, at this point is when I told her to come and look at it, and she was like, "It's still a little loose. It's not thick enough." She said it's not thick enough. It's still kind of loose, and I agreed with her. So I felt like it needed to simmer some more. I wasn't done cooking it, but I was just asking, her opinion on how it looked, and she was like, "It's a little loose." I was ashamed, but I wasn't done. Y'all. I wasn't gonna give up. I think you can add yogurt at this point again, but I forgot the yogurt, but I did have heavy cream. So I added that, let it come to a boil for about another 30 minutes, and this was the result. They tore it up.